Hello, Aries. Welcome to your weekly reading for April 13th to the 20th. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And before we jump right in, Aries, happy birthday. This is it. This is the last birthday week. I hope you've had so much happen in your life in the past 2 weeks. I'm looking at what's going on for y'all. I may have to spend a little bit more time with you because this week will most likely be the single most important week of this month for you. And you even see it here, okay? And remember, the blue asterisk, always the best aspects of the week. And then, yeah, there's going to be some that we have not seen in our lifetime, in our entire lifetime. One that's not even on the whiteboard. I didn't have time. I didn't have room to write it. But anyway, welcome. All planets direct, no retrogrades at this point. You see what's happening. It is fire and air. Fire and air. There's a lot happening here. Build bridges, network. It's a huge time of action, and especially for you, especially coming after. Remember, you've got the South Node in Virgo, and we had that activation last week. We had the full moon in Libra last week. Your opposite sign. Your things are ending. There's new beginnings, and you know it. You can't hide from what's happening. This is bonkers. What's happening for you? That rare once in a lifetime. 6-planet conjunction with a new moon solar eclipse in your sign, the last one until 2033. Yeah, you're going through some really big changes. And like I said, that's like a big wave, right? Even the last weekend, the luckiest it's a wave. See how things play out, but always trust your intuition. This is going to be a very high frequency week where things are going to be going at warp speed, but you're happy with that. You're Aries. You're happy with that. And there's going to be some things that, again, you've just never experienced in your lifetime. It is a week of lights, camera, action, the attention that you're going to get. This is big. This is really big. So let's everything, lastly, everything that's happening this week, by the way, remember, is building up to next week. That is the week. That is the week where we have those powerful conjunctions with the North Node, those activations, Venus, Saturn. We got Mars opposite Pluto. We got the new moon in Taurus. It's a super moon that activates your second house of income and salary. I mean, there's just so much finances, so much happening for you. So happy birthday. You deserve all of this. You deserve all of this, and I'm very excited for you. All right, so let's unpack here something that's not on the whiteboard. By the way, it's going to be on Tuesday the 15th, and I'm just going to let you know just very briefly. We have this wonderful, great water trine. Oh my, oh my, Powerade Zero. This is amazing, okay? Because what's happening here for you, it's almost so you got the moon in Scorpio, you have Mars in Cancer, you have Mercury and Pisces, okay? But they're all at 29 degrees in this dance. And so it just feels like this big exhalation, something emotionally moving for you where you're just like, oh yes, I know what I want, or I know what I'm getting. I'm done with this part of my life, and I've made these changes. Very nice, but here's the kicker. Remember, I talked about Juno last week. Juno, that was very pivotal for you, okay? With the changes that you're going through, with partnerships, with relationships, legal matters, one-on-one connections. It can be anyone: your agent, your lawyer, your teacher, your boss, whoever. Yeah, Juno just moved back into Scorpio. So now you've got the moon conjunct Juno as part of this trine. And Scorpio rules your 8th house. So you already know, if you know astrology, you already know the moon in Scorpio is intense. Now, Juno, the asteroid, planetoid, whatever you want to call it, but all about the balance of power in relationships. She's very divine feminine. Oh, what? She's all about legal matters. Look at your last week reading, because I talked more about her. And of course, we'll talk about more in the second spread. But now she's in Scorpio in your 8th house. So there's something here about wealth for you. There's something here about partnerships and relationships on a deeper level. So it's big. Contracts, and commitments, it's big. It's part of your transformation. All right. Again, we'll talk about more in the second spread. Now, Wednesday the 16th. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Are you ready? Are you buckled into your, triple seatbelts? You got Mercury going back into your sign. And Mercury's going to be here until May 10th. Okay. So you kind of like, that was the thing. And keywords back to Mercury went into your sign March 3rd, but then hit retrograde. Okay. Just a week, a little bit after a week after. And then Mercury did that really flip flop all the way back into Pisces. So you're reassessing a lot. You could have been going through a lot of meditative, spiritual moments and intuitive moments, but also thinking about people that are these people supporting me? Are they not supporting me? Anyway, thankfully, Mercury, again, back in your sign as of this day until May 10th. You got Mercury in your sign for a month. And so this is wonderful because Mercury in Pisces, Mercury's happy to be out of Pisces. Mercury in Pisces is very like dreaming the dream, especially for you. And you should have had some vivid dreams. But now Mercury in Aries is taking that dream and now talking the talk, walking the walk. Action, clarity, initiating things, not looking back, you being in the zone. Oh, this is big, right? This is big for you. It's very energetic. It's very like the way that you speak, the conversations that you have, the ones that you're going to initiate because you will with Mercury in your sign, right? The way that you're thinking, the ideas, all of that, okay? The way that you're communicating, you're going to do it bold. You're going to do it with conviction. You're going to do it with confidence. That's Mercury in Aries. Very independent thinking. Like, remember, Aries is the I am. You know this, right? There's no hive mind here. This is being like no dilly dally. All right. This is you walking into a Sephora and you're like, I want this, that, this, ring it up. There's not like, do I want face cream today or which one has? No, this is being very direct. Like I said, no dilly dally. You know what you want. You're taking like this is you're taking it all with you. This is amazing. But again, you are definitely going to be really amped up, and your mind is going to be. It could be a very cerebral time for you, to be honest, with the fact that you still have 3 planets conjuncting the North Node and Pisces in your 12th house, which is very, again, like intuition based. So love this for you. Just remember, when you've got Mercury and Aries in your sign, it can be a little aggressive and pushy and competitive, tempers, things like that. So just be mindful of that. Those are the lower expressions. And when I say communication, we're talking nonverbal too. Aries rules the face. So you give someone a side eye or you do that stare down, like that's going to start some things up. So we're going to be mindful of that. This is a time where you just want to sign those contracts. You want to have those Zoom calls or whatever that takes you to the next level, or go travel, go, do things like see, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors, start a business. You've still got Jupiter and Gemini for 2 more months in your 3rd house. Okay. So 3rd house is the native ruler of it's the domain of communication. So you've got that really amplified with a lot of luck and expansion here. All right, Aries. Now, really great. Happy birthday for you. All right. Now, Mercury will conjunct Neptune on the 16th. What? Aries, Wednesday the 16th. I want you to triple circle this in your calendar, okay? This is very exciting. This is so exciting. One of the highlights of the year. Why? Because Neptune moved into your sign just, at the beginning of this month. The first time in 164 years. We're going to have it here for the next, 14 years. Therefore, nobody has experienced Mercury conjunct Neptune. This is the very first Neptune planetary aspect. The very first. So again, you've never experienced this. This is rare, and it's rare in itself. It only happens once a year, right? I told you in your monthly, April forecast, and even in your annual 2025 forecast, because of the retrogrades that we've had that started in December, one after the other, and then, and we're talking about inner planets, right? Personal planets, the double retrogrades that you have. So because of that, we did have this twice last month, but it was in Pisces. But again, now it's in your sign. This conjunction is happening in your sign. This never before seen. It's happening in your sign. And you're never, listen, why is this such a big deal? Mercury just moved into your sign. Neptune just moved into Aries as well, your sign as well. That's a 14-year transit. So Neptune moves really, really, really slow. So this aspect is happening at 0 degrees. That's the world axis. That's the critical degree, the degree of fresh new beginnings. Use this. I told you in your monthly forecast, this is a megaphone. You got a megaphone right now. You got to use this. And because it is at the 0 degree, fresh new beginnings, plant seeds. Okay. This is when you're likely going to have a big, brilliant burst of an idea that you're like, oh, that was the missing piece. Or, oh, I know how to build a time machine. You know what I mean? Like, use this. You're going to feel it days before, days after. Conjunctions are very powerful. Okay? This is the beginning of a new story for you. 0 degree. Think of the Fool card, card 0. That's what this is. This is taking that true essence of Neptune and Aries, that pure potential. Okay? So you are really embarking on this new journey. You've got to take the step, though. Remember, you've got to use these aspects. That's why I'm harping on this. You are never going to have this again, okay? At 0 degrees, right? Neptune in your sign, just as a gentle reminder, spiritual warrior, visionary leader, compassionate hero, visionary artist, spiritually pioneering. So it's Neptune harnessing all of those your qualities of confidence and leadership and entrepreneurship, but also consciousness, awakening to your authentic self while you're still spiritually awakening with the North Node in Pisces activated all year, right? So Neptune being dreams and creativity and imagination and the divine, the things that make us human, conjuncting Mercury in your sign. Oh, wow. This is poetry in motion. This is powerful storytelling. You're going to feel like a ancient, philosopher. This is creative writing, imaginative creative writing. You don't need that AI to write your email. You're going to know what to, like, do you know what I mean? Like, your creativity is going to be off the charts. So again, any thoughts you have, any conversations that you need to have, book it with your boss, with an investor, book it, whatever it is. You've got that trine. What did I just say? You've got Juno here bringing you truth and justice in your 8th house of wealth building, of investments, of commissions and bonuses and royalties. Use this, please. All right. So just communicate in that bold way, that compassionate way. And remember, this is for that a whole new vision for you. Remember, Neptune, I've talked about this vision, visionary, visualize, visual, right? Vision boards. Do it. All right. Now, move the needle, right? Forward for your big dream. That's this. All right. This is conscious meeting subconscious. So yes, for you, of course, this is going to be like psychic level intuition for you. You're going to know. Pay attention to your little dreams, like I said, because that's activated for all Aries right now. They're going to be telling you messages. You're feeling this shift, okay? And so it's also very selfless energy, Mercury conjunct Neptune. It's like rooting for or speaking for the underdog. Very David and Goliath here. Yeah, very, it's also very astrology, tarot, mysticism. That's all part of the Mercury conjunct Neptune package. Your intuition off the chart. So again, please take advantage of this. Start that business. Start that call. Take that call. Make that call. PR, advertising, network, all this on the table. All right. Neptune rules media too, and the arts. I've told you this, film, visual, right? But what's happening here for you? It's like, again, there's just something inside you. You're going to feel that has to be known. There's going to be something you're going to have to say, and you're going to be saying a lot. And if you don't, you need to. What's happening here is powerful for you. All right. I did a whole video on Neptune and Aries. I'm going to leave it in the description box or in the, end of this video, and I talked a lot about what you can expect for you. I mean, Neptune's moving in your sign. Okay. I talked a lot about like stuff that you will not even hear from other astrologers, but one little thing, and remember, 2025 to 2027 is it's like That's the strongest part of this 14-year cycle. One little tidbit that, that I'm going to tell you, this takeaway, remember, and I think I already told you this, Gandhi, the perfect example of someone born with Neptune and Aries. All right. So what did I say? Visionary leader, compassionate, visionary hero for the collective, selfless energy, right? As a force of good. But then Julius Caesar also had Neptune and Aries. Okay. So you see the two, it's like where you put that energy. And a strong Neptune conjunction like this at the 0 degree point, yeah, that can bring those, lower energies of delusion, illusion, escapism. Okay? Seeing things through a make-believe lens or, delusional ideas or delusional leadership. Like, like Julius Caesar, or, you know what I mean? Like, just kind of like not for the, do you know what I mean? So just use this. All right, use this, and of course, if you watch for your rising sign, of course, Aries rising is going to feel this like really like right. But if you watch for your rising, your moon, or if or for your mom or for your sister, whoever, all the cardinal signs, you, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn will feel this the most, as well as Gemini and Virgo. Yeah, if you know your birth chart, if you have any planets between 27 to 0 degrees in Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces, or 0 to 3 degrees in any of the cardinal signs that I mentioned, including your sign, yes, you're going to feel it the most. All right? Jake Gyllenhaal. All right? RuPaul. Meg Ryan, Olivia Rodrigo. They were born with this. They're creative. They're heard. They make themselves heard. Use this. All right. So, and another thing that's happening is a moon in Sagittarius. I love this for you. It's going to be sextiling Pluto in Aquarius as well. Oh, that's just, I talk about high frequency. This is like high spirits. Like, this is feeling good. You're feeling good this day. I love this. And you're definitely going to be connecting with friends or a community or group. You're going to be social. There's going to be something you've got to like say. All right. Now, Mars. Hello. We're here. Thursday, right? April 17th. Mars, your ruling planet. This is a banner moment. Mars officially moves into Leo. Your BFF, your fellow fire sign. Who's going to feel this? You. Absolutely. This is big. Mars no longer retrograde. Mars officially out of Cancer. This is now forward momentum. This is when... Look, this is that cowbell moment. This is when every time I wish I had a cowbell, I finally got like a sticker with a cowbell. Like, this is a celebratory moment. It's a banner moment. Like I said, Mars is so happy. Therefore, everyone's happy because we are feeling the energy of Mars. Mars is now giving us his energy. So he truly is. Think about the beginning of the year, how things have just been slow and delays and confusing. Even last year, it started last year, the end of last year. So Mars is truly like a phoenix rising from the ashes at this point, and you will be feeling that too. You are going to be feeling charged up. Mars in Leo is very heart-centric. It's fiery heart. It's brave heart. It's being your authentic self, and it's passion. It's your goals. It's action, right? This is big because what is happening for you? Mars isn't just in Leo, where you're going to start feeling for the next 2 months, by the way. Mars is here for 2 months, okay, until June. Leo rules your 5th house, okay? So what does that mean for Aries? The 5th house is the house of joy and pleasure and true love and romance and family and children and creativity, creative projects. It's the house of sex. And Mars in Leo already is just that's what it's about. Mars is energy and libido. Like, this is procreation. It's the 5th house. It's recreation. Go, play some kickball. You're going to have so much fun with this. You're going to have so much fun with this, and you're going to feel that movement. Why? Not only because Mars is in Leo, but you've got Mars in Leo, fire side. You've got the Sun, Mercury, and Neptune in your sign, fire side. You've got Jupiter and Pluto in air signs. That's, that's like over half the solar system. because throwing the moon in Sagittarius, you got over all in fire and air. Whoosh, you're gonna be in your element. You're gonna be ready to, rock and roll. You're good. This is, I don't even need to do your spread. Like, I'm looking at what's going on for you. I'm like, wow, they're loving this. So really use this. Take that action, plant them seeds, do the things that bring you joy and pleasure. A lot of emphasis on love here and what you want. All right. Remember, Mars is, your ruler, very strong, and your fellow BFF, fire sign. All right. So this is the pioneer, the warrior, the go-getter. All right. So I love this for you. This is amazing. And remember what I said, lights, camera, action. That's what Mars and Leo is. Mars and Leo is very like, give me the spotlight. Right. And then you've got Mercury in your sign that's amplifying that energy. So Mercury and Aries, if Mars and Leo is like, give me the spotlight, Mercury and Aries is you. Well, like, this is how I'm going to get it. I know how I'm going to get it, right? You're thinking, processing, you got this. Like, this is my way or the highway, which is fine because you deserve it. It's your birthday season. It's the end of your birthday. You deserve this, okay? Everyone deserves this. After the 6-month slowdown that we've been going through where we didn't have Mars's energy at all. So yeah, be excited and be very proud. And because you did learn a lot about yourself while Mars was, in its worst place in Cancer, its worst place for Mars to be, right? And where he didn't have any energy, and it was all very like heightened emotions and sensitivity and things like that. So, there was a lot that you learned about home and family, okay? The past few months, even, your loved one, like all of that, all right? Just, but in patience, you learned patience while Mars was in Cancer. So now Mercury's in your sign is going to help you like communicate the things that you need, the things that you want, ideas. It's going to help you think fast and quick and, initiate things, right? Mars and Leo, it's passion, romance, intimacy. I told you that. So you're going to feel a huge charge here. Mars is also physicality. And that, when I say anywhere you want to apply that, anywhere, okay? Anywhere you want to do that. Mars is physicality. So now you're going to find yourself moving your body. You're just going to, by default, this is your ruler. And so do it. Move your body, be physical, do some gardening, do some jogging, play some hockey, paint. Remember that Neptune energy, the visualize, right? Go play hide and seek with your college friends, whatever you want to do. Your creativity is going to be off the charts, okay? This is Leo energy. Leo rules creativity. And think of the root create. That's why I really want you to initiate here, okay? This is the 5th house. What did I say earlier? Procreation, recreation, okay? Creativity. What is the root? Create. All right? So please create something. But again, you're going to feel this. It's a great aspect for singles. If you're single. And again, big for hobbies. Now, Leo is royal, right? Leo is a royalty. Leo is the lion. That's why you see the lion on so much like, royals, centuries past. Leo is the king, the queen, right? So that said, Mars and Leo really fired up with all this fire energy, especially Mercury, the sun, all in your sign. All in your side. It can be like pride and ego and, man spreading and like spotlight for one, please. Like all about me. So just remember that's the lower expressions, okay? And to be honest, I've been telling all the other signs that this can be a little overwhelming. It can be. But again, you're in your element here. It's all about you. You've got an exalted sun in your sign where you get the most energy. And you're just going to absorb it. It almost makes you like superhuman, what's happening this week. And so, yeah, and remember, we're at that juncture point. Remember, I said, we're feeling the wave of everything that happened during the end of March, your birthday season, that even last weekend, those aspects that are playing out still too, moving you in a different direction and this new direction, and you're feeling the surge of that, okay? Remember, you're also ending so much stuff, whether you're physical world or within you, the way that you're thinking about new perspectives, all of that. You are in this karmic journey. You're shedding skin. We're in the year of 9 anyway. I talked about that. We're in the year of the snake. shedding skin for this new world. We're leaving the old world, new you. Okay? What's coming is big. So you're put yourself in that place. Where do you want to be a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now? Visualize. Okay? That's what's going to put you on that timeline. All right. So now, and what I was going to say, it can be overwhelming, but I just feel like it's just going to be like, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like you're like, right. So anyway, just the fact that you do have the Pisces North Node in your 12th house, spirituality, empathy, healing, all of that, you're going to still be embracing that. But with Mars and Leo, that is all about you taking care of you, what you need, okay? To help others, to support others, to contribute to others, whether it's the masses, humanity, right? Or your family, your squad, your community, your workplace, your school, whatever it is. This is big, all right? So, by the way, what happened for you? What happened for you December of last year? I would even go back to Thanksgiving. Mid-November, just around that time, until about January 6th. What happened for you where there were things, that's when you started feeling the slowdown, because Mars was in Leo for a hot second and then went retrograde in Leo. And so there's a lot of things that you may have been reassessing, redefining goals and reevaluating and reflecting on things that bring you joy and pleasure, on romance, on, creativity and creative projects and family, children, all of that. There could have been something here that we're just like, I want this to happen, but then all these delays, Mars was like, I am so sorry, Aries. I'm going to take a nap for many, many months. I'll come back to you. Okay. I'll come back to you in April and then we'll just, right? So anything that was happening back then that you felt really, really, even like egos clashing around that time, anything that was happening around that time that you wanted to fulfill and you couldn't because you didn't have the power of your planet, now you can. Now you can. He's giving you so much energy. And again, no planets retrograde. There's so much happening here. So, and then you've got here, and I'm just going to give you a little bit of a preview of what you can expect in June. So that's why I want you to really plant seeds now, because when Mars leaves Leo, June 17th, the luckiest month of this year, because of all the Jupiter activations, like, Jupiter's conjuncting the new moon. Like, when have you seen that? Anyway, so like this is going to be big, because this is a big indicator that a lot of y'all are going to be in very different places in your life when Mars moves into Virgo. Okay, so just keep that in mind. A lot of y'all are going to be in very, very different places. And it's great stuff. It's where you want to be, where you're putting your energy, all right? Remember, you're going through a great change right now as I speak. And remember, the secret of change is to focus all your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new, okay? Old world, new. Who said that, by the way? You tell me. Leave it in the comments. Powerful, powerful quote. Speaking of ancient philosophers, all right, you get a point. You get 3 points. You got birthday points. Anyway, let's see what's going on. And, you can even think about what happened for you May to July 2023 when Mars was here in this area of your chart. But Mars and Leo, Mars and Leo is very, remember what I said, lights, camera, action. Give me the spotlight. I got the spotlight. They're even like theatrics, like a lot of royalty. A lot of kings and queens in our history have had Mars and Leo in their charts. A lot of celebrities have it. A lot of even CEO, presidents, even like, oh my goodness, like Thomas Jefferson, fellow Aries, Steven Tyler of Aerosmith, fellow Aries, Quentin Tarantino, fellow Aries. Yeah, so just, and I could keep going. Fred Astaire, Channing Tatum, George Clooney, Patti LaBelle, W.B. Yeats, Paul McCartney, Sofia Vergara. That's you see her, that's very Mars and Leo. You know what I mean? Like Daniel Radcliffe, Henry Ford, Gillian Anderson, Debbie Gibson, Sting, Demi Moore, Anthony Kiedis, Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's very Mars and Leo. So anyway, you get what I'm saying. They look at that. They've got that power. That's Mars and Leo. You've got it right now for 2 months. I love this for you. I absolutely love this for you. All right. So anyway, let's move forward. So you please just embrace that energy. Get what you need. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, April 20th, Sunday. I'm just really excited for you, Aries. Sunday. Yeah, we move into Taurus season. We are going to talk about this next week because this has an impact on the next 4 weeks of your life. And this is another indicator that a lot of y'all are changing things up big time. And just one thing I'll say, and especially like work-wise, is very possible there's something here with money. But anyway, what is great about this is that because everything is so fire and air, strong fire and air energy, this is grounding, all right? So it does bring that element of things are a little bit more grounding now, all right? With everything that it's like you're dancing at a wedding reception, you're doing the Bartman, okay? But then the DJ puts on like Stevie Nicks or Enya. You're gonna start. That's that Taurus energy is like, whew, okay, I needed that just for a little bit, right? So anyway, I am gonna talk about some aspects happening on Sunday because you are gonna feel it this week. All right, I can't tell you it next week because you're gonna start feeling it now, especially Sun square Mars. All right. I told you about this in your April 2025 monthly forecast. You're really gonna feel this. It's a square. Think about a square off. Okay. Now, you got the Sun in Taurus. You got Mars and Leo. Right. 2 fixed signs. So it's almost like it's less budgy. Or they're not budging. And so here it's all about compromise and being diplomatic. And what the biggest thing is, like, it can be exhausting if you're exerting all your energy in this battle of ego. Okay. And I'm just saying that because the Sun, ego, Mars and Leo, ego, like I said. And it's very bear pokey, very like come at me, bro energy. So you got to ask yourself, do I want that? I just went through Mars and Cancer. I just went through like no energy. I just went through eclipse season. I just went through Schumann resonance off the charts. I talk about that in my live streams. Like you weren't sleeping. People weren't sleeping. That Schumann resonance, right? No energy, no sleep, circadian rhythm off, throw in Mars and Cancer, all of that. Do you want that again? No, okay? Because Sun square Mars, remember, this is for the collective. Everyone's going to feel this. It makes people impatient. It makes them like impulsive and like pushing buttons, okay? Like pick your Nicolas Cage character from any of his movies. So you got to ask yourself, do I want that? No. All right. Not worth my time. All right. So it's a good time to like focus on your chi, your prana, your, kundalini, all of that, right? Flow state, hemisync. I've talked about this. Get those gamma waves going. All right. Just see eye to eye with people because it can be strong energy. Just remember, be responsive, not reactive. And yes, a lot of this could be it's just something about like pride. It's for you, okay? It's something about pride with Mars and Leo. There may be, again, egos at play here with someone you're not seeing eye to eye with. It can have to do about money. It can have to do about finances. It can have to do with, your sense of self-worth, self-value. Like, am I getting paid what I'm worth? Like, things like that could be coming up. It's also material possessions. It could be something like just happening with things that you value anyway. So there's and again, every Aries is different, right? You all have different birth charts. You have different rising signs. Every Aries is different. And so some of y'all may feel it like a 1 out of 10, or, some may feel like a 4 out of 10, but it just depends on how you respond to any situation that may arise. Okay? May. I'm just letting you know the potential is here. All right? Now, the other thing is, it's actually, in a way, remember I said you can always use these aspects, never let them use you. Whoa, this is really great because in a way because it's going to give you this huge burst of energy, physical energy. I mean, it's the sun that, the reason why 8 billion people on this planet are alive. Yeah, that's life force energy. Like, and then you got Mars, physicality. So as I said last week, if you have all this built up, pent up energy, and you are going to feel that this week, yeah? If you have no way to release it, there could be a Mars square sun moment. Okay? So just keep that in mind. You want to channel it constructively. All right. You want to do kickboxing. Remember physicality. You want to do some swimming. You want to do some gardening. Do some weed whacking. Right. Climb a tree. Do whatever but channel this energy constructively. Do that, meditation, whatever you need to do. Right. Go out with the friends. Go fishing. Whatever you want to do. This only happens once a year. All right. That's all I'm saying. It only happens once a year. So you're going to be fine. Tina Turner, Joan Rivers, Lucille Ball, Ewan McGregor, Nikola Tesla. Whoa. Big one. Jennifer Aniston. They were born with it. They were born with Sun Square Mars. Look how they channeled that. Look, they worked with this their entire life. Yeah. And look how they look at what happens for the impact that they had and have, right? So it brings success. Use it in the way that, again, they worked with it their entire life. We only have to go through it like once a year. Now, there is something magical happening this weekend. And this is why I really wanted to harp on that. So I don't want you to get caught up in that. Like if someone's, bear pokey, just, always be the better person in a situation, the best version of yourself. Okay. Because you do not want to miss Mars trine Neptune. That's happening the same day. And again, it's not on the whiteboard. So this is, again, no one's experienced this at that 0 degree mark with Neptune and Aries. This is one of my favorite aspects of all time. It's happening at the strongest degree. Now, if you're a subscriber, when Mars trine Neptune, when Mars and Neptune get together, these are two planets, by the way, that have absolutely nothing in common. It's like, it's like two parents putting their kids, in a room, okay? And it's the cheerleader and the goth kid. They're like, what? Their parents are like, have fun, go play. We're going to go, skydiving. This aspect is a trine. So it is this effortless, harmonious, beautiful flow where they actually secretly I love you. Y'all, you're amazing. They make magic happen for you now. And this is one of those aspects that is so moving. And so please use this. Like I said, Mars is physicality, it's action, it's dynamic, it's sexuality as well. And I'm just saying that because you got it in your 5th house. And then the beginning of the week, you may feel that intimacy energy really heightened with the moon in Scorpio in your 8th house. Because that's another, anyway. But you've got Mars with the spiritual, compassionate, sensual, artistic side of Neptune, the visionary side. So again, please use this. You're going to feel it days before. You're going to feel it days after. This is painting. This is art. This is dance. This is couples yoga, Pilates, whatever. This is you jumping in a lake playing Marco Polo, whatever. Neptune is water, right? Spend some time in water, spend time in nature, please. This is good for the soul is what this aspect is because it's connecting you with spirit, all right? This is a force of good. Remember, this is being that best version of yourself. You're going to want this when you feel that, all right? This is very magnetic energy too. It is very soulmate energy is what Mercury trine Neptune is. I'm saying Mars trine Neptune is, all right? So if you're in a relationship, you may feel that surge. Like I said, this is a really good time for singles. If you're single and looking, right? This is with everything that's happening. It's not just this one aspect, everything that's happening, but with Mars trine Neptune especially, this is when you're going on that first date and within the 5 minutes, you go in the bathroom, you're texting your, friends, your girlfriend, and you're just like, I found the one. Like that's that intense magnetic attraction that you feel. This is amazing. But remember what I said about Mars and Leo and Neptune and Aries. So this is self-belief. This is self-confidence. This is spirituality. This is creativity, imagination, the divine, all of that. It feels so good to feel good. There's so much faith in yourself and doing good. That's what this is. It does remind me of Thor in those Marvel movies, like Chris Hemsworth, an actual warrior god, right? Spiritual warrior, spiritual leader, transcendent leader here, saving humanity, doing good. So that's what this is. But also remember, his ego sometimes got him into some circumstances when he didn't trust his intuition, got him into some circumstances. So trust your intuition. And with, Sun Square Mars is same day, just, feel moved, right? Remember, I think you're going to be fine. You still have the North Node and conjunctions there in Pisces in your 12th house of spirituality and meditation and healing and all of that. So basically, what this is, whatever you do this day, this weekend, this week, remember, y'all are going to feel it like days before, days after, whatever you do, your purpose, your path to enlightenment, your karmic journey, there is an element of Mars trine Neptune where you will be asking yourself or feeling, how can I contribute to humanity, to my family, to society, to the greater good, to, my workplace, wherever, right? But through my art, through my business, through the book that I wrote, through the, my inventions, that time machine I built, my energy. Okay, remember Neptune is at zero. They're both at zero. This is strong, fresh beginnings as well. So Neptune, vision, visionary. What is your vision? Seize the day, Aries. This is very fighting spirit. Okay, fighting for a cause. I told you about that David and Goliath. Fighting for a belief. Self-belief, what you believe in. Ethan Hawke standing on the desk at the end of Dead Poet Society. Oh, Captain, my captain. That's how powerful Mars trine Neptune is, because that is your confidence and your leadership and your, just inspiring others. You saw that movie. You saw everyone else stood on their desks, and it all started because of him, that one person. All right. So this is everything. This is such a beautiful aspect. I really want you to use it, and you earned it. You earned it. You've got Neptune freshly new in your sign. You went through some of the hardest the past few months with all that, the fact that your ruler had and couldn't give you anything. It just, of course, a lot you did, but it's just like not normal. So again, please just use this. Go get your tiara or your crown. All this Leo energy, Mars and Leo. And actually this day, there is another golden trine. There is a baby. Oh, I love this one. With Mars in Leo, you have Juno in Scorpio. You've got Neptune in your sign. Yeah, you can even throw Mercury in here. Mercury's only 2 degrees at this point. I mean, this is amazing for you. This is absolutely amazing. Something here that you're just going to feel so moved on this really deep, profound level. When you have Juno in Scorpio and your 8th house, remember the 8th house is also death and rebirth, transformation, regeneration. There's this new you that's coming about. Neptune freshly new and at that 0 degree point. Again, that's why I got to spend so much time with you, because I don't want you to sleep on these aspects. And again, we'll talk more about it in the second spread. Everyone's going to feel this. And, the same day, this is such a loaded day. You got Mercury sextiling Pluto. All right. So this weekend, you're going to feel it days before, days after. Sextiles are those windows of opportunity. You got to take those actions. You got to get what you want. But remember, we had this March 25th, right? We had it right moving into your birthday season, but Mercury was retrograde. Now he's direct. Now Mercury's in your sign, and he's got all that confidence. Yep. So there is something big happening here. There's something big, because what's happening, remember, Pluto is in Aquarius, and you're going to start feeling a lot more Pluto energy, empowerment, power. You're going to start feeling it next week. All right. So now you got Mercury sextile Pluto in your 11th house of your future hopes, wishes, dreams, long-term goals, and plans. Remember, you got to speak. This is Mercury. You got to and have the wheels turning, the cogs turning up here. But this is powerful because it does seem like there may be an opportunity presented to you. Contracts, agreements, a Zoom call that you get on with someone. There's something here, but it can be a lot deeper. And friendships. There can be something here with friendships, your squad. There could be something here with groups, community, social media, social, like whatever you post could go viral. You just never know because look at what's happening on the same day. We'll get to that. But there's just something here with intimate relationships as well. All right. Love, business, finances. It's just all about listen, Mercury is the mind, right? Pluto just goes really deep. It can be very psychological. So there's definitely, remember, Pluto unearths. So there's something here where it could be secrets, getting to the truth of the matter, you learning something about yourself, or things just coming to the surface this day. Things that you needed to see, things that you needed to know, but it's all, again, it mostly will be within you. I wouldn't be surprised if you're telling, you may be revealing something to a group or a community or a friend, friendships, about yourself. That it's I'm so glad I said, like, I got that out. You know what I mean? Because it's all about your revolution, your personal revolution, your personal evolution, your freedom. This is freeing you. And so the same day you got Venus in Pisces, sextile Uranus and Taurus. What? We just had this April 7th, but now, and Mercury went direct that day. Still in Pisces though, but Venus was retrograde. Now she's bearing gifts. Remember I told you, Venus is direct. She's bearing gifts. She went on a trip and she brought you souvenirs. So what did you want during the retrogrades, the double retrogrades? What were you processing, reassessing? What were the things coming back into your life? The circumstances, people, things like that. Anyway, there may be something here. The other thing is, this is such a stimulating aspect and a stimulating day. It's going to be the least boring day. The least boring day. And again, when you've got an exalted Venus in Pisces, Venus all about love and relationships and money, with this wonderful aspect with Uranus in your second house of money for you, Aries. Yeah, sure. Go get it. Go get it. There's going to be something here. And if not money, remember, there's something here with self-worth, self-value, something building your confidence. There's something here with creative projects. There's something here with romance, like I said, beauty even. You can finally get that hair, do the hair thing that you do. Whatever it is, but there is just something here that is, remember, Uranus, breakthroughs and surprises. So it could be something surprising. But again, it's more about what you do to change things up. All right. More about what you do. All right. Everyone's going to feel this. Everyone's going to feel this. All right. And, just one more thing that's happening that day for you. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is such a big week for you. You got the moon conjuncting Pluto in Aquarius. The last quarter moon in your 11th house of your hopes and wishes and future dreams and your long-term goals and plans. This is big. And I just feel like there's something here with friends or a squad or community as well. Anyway, we'll talk more about it in the second spread. And I got a spread that my Aries friend gifted me. So I'm very excited to use that. We'll use it for the second spread. And even this Aries friend, I don't know, did I ever tell y'all Aries? Like, I got so many wonderful Aries in my life, and I love seeing what's going on for them and seeing how it's like caterpillar to butterfly moments that they're having. And it's just, my dad's an Aries, and it's just like, it's a wonderful time for y'all. All right. And this Aries I'm talking about, like, I've known her since I was, childhood friend. And she actually did buy me like my very first tarot deck. So I'm so grateful for her to, anyway, okay. So let's get started. Aries, let's see what's going on for you for the week of April 13th to the 20th. Aries, Let me just see. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. I did tell you I gotta tell. I told y'all I gotta tell y'all stuff. I do a traditional cult across spread, offers the best overview. And if we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. Secondly, Aries, y'all are amazing. Happy birthday. I hope that you are just really soaking up your birthday season. I hope you're excited for what's to come. Remember, you got a big 6-month cycle ahead with that solar eclipse that happened in your sign recently. There's a lot that's going to happen within those 6 months. Take that action. I always say take inspired action. That's what karma is. You're on a karmic journey. Okay? So, okay, so let's get to it. Oh, you're good. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. You're good. I can't. Aries, listen, I was also going to say that I think I'm looking at what's happening. There's going to be, for some of y'all, there's something about second marriage here this week. Second and third marriage maybe on your mind, or there's something there. All right. Again, we'll talk about this in the second spread, but look at you with your 7 of Pentacles. Yeah. We're leaving the old, we're moving into the new, but this is more of you just taking that pause. What is the new? And a lot of you remember when we had those double retrogrades, all those retrogrades, you were processing things anyway. You're coming out of that, and now you've been coming after that full moon in Libra that was really potent for y'all, especially. There's changes, adjustments that have been happening. You had the South Node activated on the moon in Virgo with Mars, right? So that was in your 6th house of work and daily activities, even health matters, okay? Like you've got there, and again, be mindful of your health. When you have the North Node and a conjunction of planets in Pisces in the 12th house, the 12th house can be like isolation and hospitals. And then when you have that, the South Node on the moon in Virgo in your 6th house of health, just be mindful of your health. And I'm just saying, just be mindful. But I talked about this last week. 7 of Pentacles. This is you saying, all right, I'm taking the time moving into this week, thinking about, everything Jimmy said about my self-worth and my self-value. Am I getting paid what I'm worth? Do I feel gains for what I've invested my time into at this point? It can be with your job. It can be with money. It can be with anything you're investing your time and energy into. Pentacles, your physical world. Is it a relationship? Is it, your your car? You know what I mean? Like, I need a new car, whatever it is, like taking that pause and you're like, I'm really thinking about this, because there are adjustments, and everything is based on the actions you take. Okay. So even if everything, you are in your path, you know that you're in your path, you don't want any changes. Change is coming. It's not just April, it's May, it's June. So there will be changes. So not resisting that change, but just taking that pause. But as I was saying, if you're on the path that you know that you need to be on, that's amazing too. This is saying, now, how can this be louder? How can my path be louder so I can inspire others? Okay. Again, it can be just very intimate, like your family, your friends, bigger scale, whatever it is. But again, there's a pause in terms of my future forward. All right. So now when you do that, you get what you want. I told you, you got a lot to look forward to. You have the 9 of Cups in the heart of your spread, the wish come true card, the card of complete satisfaction and enjoyment and being proud of yourself and just feeling accomplished. I love this. You're good. You deserve this. This is the biggest. This is the I call him the genie in a bottle. This is genie in a bottle energy. He's sitting there like a genie in a bottle. What do you want? What is your wish? He's got his. Look at him with his cups. All 9 cups above his head. Yeah. Enlightenment. Yeah. But also, look, it's like he's showing off his cups like they're trophies. Be proud of yourself. There's got to be something that you're going to get. You're going to feel very proud of yourself. Okay. A lot of it, like looking at what's happening here is what you're doing. Like that's your wish come true. It's like something that a decision that you've made. But yeah, he's just very satisfied, and this is wonderful. And you're amazing. Cups are emotions and feelings and love and relationships and intuition and even wonderment and curiosity. It feels really good. It feels really good. Happy birthday. Queen of Cups in your challenge area. Yeah, there's going to be someone that, again, maybe, when I say not seeing eye to eye, there could be someone that could be a really, the biggest energy coming through is like someone that could be just emotionally exhausting that you have to, it is the Queen of Cups. But also like there is also like a Mean Girls energy coming through that could be like emotionally manipulative. Does that if that makes sense? Just keep your eye out for that this week, okay? The other message that's coming through is just don't lose that faith in yourself and that love for yourself. Everything starts with self-love. Everything. You know that, okay? But just be mindful. I see you handling everything with grace here. You got that Knight of Cups in your crown. Go get it. You want that. You want to go fill that cup. You want to fill that cup just like the Knight of Cups. And he is very romantic, and he is a knight in shining armor. All right. But he is also like gangbusters, like creative. Okay, so again, your creativity is going to be off the charts out of all the signs. When you've got Mars, your ruling planet, in the sign of creativity, in the house of creativity, your creativity is going to be like bonkers. And you can apply that anywhere. It doesn't have to be art. It doesn't have to be, okay? It can be, creative solutions, problem solving, things like just anything, yeah? Writing a book, whatever it is. Like, look, you see the wings of imagination on his helmet anyway, in his shoes anyway, the fish on his armor, creativity. You're good. All right. So you're seeking that. A lot of y'all are going to be seeking that, moving in the direction, possibly with another person is involved. And there's also this sense of like, whatever you're doing, it's just like, I just want to feel emotionally fulfilled, but it's that action you're taking, because the Knights are action. Don't forget that they have that purpose, this enthusiasm, this drive. Oh, but this is more about like, again, cups, just feeling it, very visceral. You got the Eight of Wands and the Rudier spread. There you go, Aries. There you go. What did I say? When I say you're gonna feel whoosh, there you go. You got the Eight of Wands. You can't get any more movement than this card. You got these 8 wands, your passions, your actions, creative energy, right? All aligning. And you see all the ones are aligned. Everything aligning for you. You moving in the direction where everything is aligning for you. Seems like there's something that you want that you are definitely getting. All right. And it could be landing this week. Wow, I love this. Okay, we also call this arrows of love. It is like arrows of love as well. So very, very wonderful. I love this. Like if because a lot of you that may be a thing with all these cups. You got the Knight of Cups, you got the Eight of Wands. But again, it's just whatever you want, whatever's going to emotionally fulfill you, that you are like deep in your soul. Like, I want that, because look at where it leads to the Six of Cups. One of my favorite cards. This is so much like, it's such open-hearted energy. There's so much kindness here, gentleness. It's also you tapping into your inner child. Again, that is very Mars and Leo energy. Like I said, have fun with it, right? But there's a sense of like security and protection. And I don't have to stress. I don't have to do any of that. I'm moving into this place of comfort. All right. This card is also highly associated with like nostalgia and pastime. So there could be something again like from the past coming up, like I told you. All right, where it's like, now you got it, makes you feel good, you can let your hair down, you're good. It's also the biggest house in tarot, so there's home stuff that's still activated for y'all, and then just even like as in like that comfort, when you're at home, it's very different when you're on the outside. You can like put on your sweatpants and you're comfortable, you got what you wanted, like you feel good, and now you're gonna like it's changing your world. You're good. Let's get to your stuff. Also, by the way, that is the Six of Cups is attributed to Sun in Scorpio. Like I said, we're actually kicking off that week with that energy. We're moving into a lot of energy next week. It's your 8th house of transformation. Anyway, Aries, if you like this reading, it would be great if you subscribe, leave comments, tell me what is going on. I really want to hear from y'all. I want to hear from y'all. Y'all are busy too. I know. I know. That's the thing. Y'all are busy. Aries are going to be very busy this week. Even my dad, who I told you was in Aries, like I see him for his birthday every year. He's like, and his birthday was like on the eclipse. He's like, I'm too busy. I was like, what? I'm like, it's weird. So we're doing it later. But anyway, Aries, I love y'all. All right, thank you. Okay, let's yeah, oh, okay, you're good. Don't even like happy birthday. Happy birthday. You don't even what's going on? Like you're good AF. Like you got the Queen of Wands, who's Aries. Yeah. Harness that energy. What did I say? This week is all about Mars and Leo for royalty. Getting what you want. She's so regal, charismatic. She's the queen that is so compelling. Like people gravitate toward her. Yeah, she gets whatever she wants. She's got that energy about her. She's got that just so much passion. Remember, it's once passion sitting in that throne. That's you. That's you. Get it? She's a big entrepreneur too. If that's what y'all are here for, but. Huge. What did I say earlier? Like a lot of sexual energy, intimacy, and that is the Queen of Wands. Okay, she is out of all the queens that has that energy. Okay, and she is Aries. I think I told you that. You still have the sun exalted in your sign. You see the sunflowers she's got a sunflower. She's got sunflowers in her throne. They exist in the actual sun card. Therefore, she has the powers of the sun. You got that, all right? You can attract anything. Think about sunflowers. Do you garden? They gravitate toward this. You're good. You're good. You're gonna get everything that you want. You got the hangman here. Yeah, perfect. There's, two messages are coming through. One is that, yeah, it's you that's having this big transformation, seeing things in a new way, new perspective, especially with even like the fact that you've got the moon in Sagittarius this week. That's going to amplify that. Like there's this sense of like new perspective. Shedding skin, getting rid of the old, making those surrenders or sacrifices. Like, I don't want to bring this into this, this new me, like really having these adjustments. But I mean, you're good. And it's also, I mean, there's a huge connotation to the world card too, like the last card in the major card on here, but it's almost like you're at that halfway point at something in your life. And it's like, all right, like I gotta see things in a new way, make that shift. Anyway, a lot of enlightenment here too with a halo around his head. He's happy. It's in your external factors area, so it's something that you've wanted. But the second thing that's coming through is like, yes, there's someone in your world you are inspiring. There's someone that may be inspiring you. All right, there's just someone else involved here. It's about looking at things in a different way and just being really excited about this brand new era you're moving into, and you want it more than anything with the Three of Wands. What did I just say? This is the last week. You've got the sun in your sign. Last week of the birthday season. The sun is exalted, does its best in Aries, and you just got the card attributed to sun in Aries. So go get it. Remember, Aries is initiator energy, go-getting energy. I'm going to go out there. That's what this card is. I call it the green light card. He's ready to explore, to go do things. 3 is a vibration of the Empress, right? So birth of new things, creation. What I say, that's all happening for you. And there's nothing more you want. You see, the sky is the limit. You can have anything you want. All right. Just take those steps. All right. And you're going to be fine. And then when you do that, wow, you go straight from the 3 of Wands to the 4 of Wands. You're on a fast track, Aries. This fire and air. I told you this is going to be the 4 of Wands is a card of celebration. It's a card of marriage. It's a card of getting proposed to, meeting your soulmate, having a baby, buying a house, getting a new job, your dream job, whatever. This is celebration. This is milestone. This is the huzzah card. Hurrah, right? The 4 of Wands. What did I talk about? That freeness too, like that freeing yourself. Like they're outside the castle. They're not confined to nothing. This card is attributed to Venus and Aries. Another Aries card. And little spoiler alert, Venus is moving back into your sign. We'll talk about that next week. You're good. You're good. You got a lot to look forward to. I mean, the fact that you've just got... You're good. I mean, 9 of Cups, 4 of Wands. So a lot to look forward to. You've remembered, it's all about the actions you take, but it's almost like I don't even have to tell you that because you're going to feel so fired up anyway. Mercury in your sign, the sun in your sign, Neptune in your sign, Mars, your ruler in Leo, all that fire and air. All right. So Aries, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on. Happy birthday. You deserve all of this. You're going to have a major milestone week. I love it. I love it. See how things play out into, next week. And yes, we will do the second spread. I actually, because it's your birthday, I got 2 decks here. I'm going to do something else for you. And we will talk about some of these key lunations that a lot of it, honestly, and, the outstories that will have more impact on, than, all right. So, especially like those grand trines, but there is also, something spilling over from the full moon that happened. That's just like, what? All right. For you, especially. And next week, next week. Yeah. So remember, everything that's happening this week, you're preparing for next week is a big, right? We've got, all those North Node activations, Venus conjuncting Saturn. Like, there's just so much. We're moving into Taurus season. And then remember, we do have Mars opposite Pluto as well. That makes things a little, but for you, it just does feel like, well, we'll talk about it next week. Okay, I gotta go. Whoa. All right. Aries, I love y'all. Happy birthday. I'll see you next week. Okay. And tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to, become members. Join. All right, y'all. Bye-bye. Happy birthday.